It feels like it's particularly important at this moment to have a space where we can connect with one another, to be able to talk about what is going on in our own worlds, what's going on in our own hearts, and to be in an environment where we're really able to be heard, to be listened to listen to one another. And this is the approach of a listening space, which is one of the foundations of heart-based living. And so we gathered together as a team, and we felt like something that we really wanted to offer and make accessible to people at this moment in time is online listening spaces. And so we're offering these freely, weekly. We just sign up. You can sign up to join a listening space. There'll be about 12 of us, and we'll gather together as a group in a kind of virtual community online together to form a listening space. And I think in particular at this time when there's a lot of uncertainty, a lot of anxiety, a lot of isolation, these spaces become particularly valuable. They're actually environments where it's possible to have a very authentic kind of human connection, even in an online environment which might be unfamiliar to some of us. There's something about the form of the listening space that allows us to be very real and to come into a kind of genuine communication with one another. It's an environment where we are able just to really check in and see what is it that's going on in my life, in my world, that I want to talk about, that I want to express. And even to hear those words out loud for ourselves. Oh, this is what it is that's going on inside of me that I want to share, and have that listened to by a group of people who might seem like strangers, who were initially strangers, but we're making this agreement with one another to kind of take off the social mask for the period of time that we're together. So even if I'm speaking just 5 minutes, for this time, I'm speaking just as a human being with what's going on in my world. And I'm listening to people who have no agenda in hearing me, not my boss, not my partner. They're not implicated in what I'm saying. And so we're listening in a way that isn't required to interrogate that experience or give feedback on that experience or give advice on that experience. And I think that's what makes the listening very deep. It's a very unconditional kind of listening. When I'm listening in a listening space, I'm really listening to you, to what you have to say, with a kind of question in my heart of, what does it feel like to be you? And for those minutes that I speak, I really try to absorb, what is it like to be you? And when I speak and you listen to me, you really listen in that way. What is it like to be you? And we begin to create a kind of gathering of human stories in which we can feel less alone. We begin to see the patterns of our experience and just to understand all the different ways in which we're experiencing this world at the moment in the kind of unconditional openness and generosity of just being heard. And that can be a very powerful and a very healing environment to be in.